Hey folks, Chris Hunting, and welcome back to another video. This is another request this time from Derek, and he wanted me to review another horror film. It is a Stuart Gordon film, and it is from, I can't really remember what year it was from, but it's called Dolls. Now, I love this movie. This movie was pretty entertaining. Excuse me. It's basically about these two parents who don't give a shit about their daughter, and this little girl. Excuse me, shit. Basically follows this little girl and her jokes of a couple of parents, because these parents were terrible as a little girl, and they basically goes storming, so they go to spend the night in this house, and they basically sorry, I'm spacing out, but and they this old couple in this house, and they have these little porcelain creepy dolls on around their house, and they come to life and they start killing people who disrespects old people, disrespects childhood, and wants to grow up and stuff like that. And that's basically the gist of the movie. I mean, I think this is a great killer doll movie. I say Child's Play, Puppet Master, M3N, if you know what I mean. I think those are way more scarier and more in depth. But this movie was a lot of fun. I liked the little girl. She was a very sweet and just charismatic little girl. She was super smart. She knew what to do. There's another person here who is basically this man who is a child at heart. I forget his name. I don't know his name. I apologize for that. Let me see if we can find his name here. Damn, he's not on here, but he basically, Ralph. That's his name, Ralph. And him and this little girl basically going to see who keeps killing these people, because 3 more people go into the movie. You get these 2 hitchhiker girls. No, that's it. It's 2 hitchhiker girls, the 2 parents, 2 old people, the little girl, the man, or the child at heart. And I like these 2. I like the little girl. I liked Ralph. They're very nice, very sweet together. And there's basically a scene where everybody's getting killed. One of the hitchhikers tries to steal some of their valuable stuff, but then the dolls don't take too kindly to that shit, and they basically bash her head into a wall to her face is all fucked up, which is pretty brutal. And then there's a scene where the little girl is walking through the house to go to the bathroom, I think. I can't remember, but the girl goes like, "Help me," and then the little girl's like, and then he just gets dragged off by the dolls. Then the other hitchhiker girl goes to look for her, and then she sees the one other hitchhiker girl, and her face is basically a doll, and there's like these buggy eyes, which is pretty creepy. And then she looks down, her eyes fall out, and she picks up and she holds them up to the camera like this. It's basically the cover on the poster, which I thought was really cool and very terrifying. But then she goes to run, and then these little army nutcrackers, whatever the hell, these little army toys shoot her, and then get these little bullets go through her, and you see like practical blood squibs, killing her instantly. And then you get this really heartbreaking scene where this little girl's trying to let her mom and father know that these dolls are going around killing people. And he did a scene where he's basically about to slap the kid in the face. I'm like, God damn, I would have bowed to this little girl and loved her. That's my own child. I would have never, even though I would never have kids. Oh my god. That's another topic for another time. But she was just trying to tell you that everybody's dying in front of you. They were assholes. So the little girl's mom, she gets killed by the dolls. They basically saw her arm and leg off, and then they throw her out the window. And later you see her have her face was ripped open with her eye hanging out, kind of like the scene in Child's Play 3 Chuggies have his face sliced off. Pretty nasty effect. And then the dad gets pissed because, oh, you killed my wife. You killed my wife. And then the two old people who own the house turned him into a doll, which is basically, the little girl is carrying around this doll called Mr. Punch. It's like an elf doll. And they're basically saying, you know, she doesn't have a doll, so we thought we'd give you this doll. That's a creepy looking doll with like the nose. There's a scene where he literally says, you know, Ralph. Deep down inside, you know. Creepy little doll. I don't know why any kid would want that thing, but I'd like it as a collectible. I'd pick that up at Trick or Treat Studios. I pre-ordered that shit real fast. But anyway, that doll basically gets his face smushed, and then the dad turns into that doll. And you get a really painful scene where he starts transforming. Some pretty cool makeup. And then when the dolls move, it's actually really cool because it's stop motion. It's not CGI. It's practical effects where they're doing stop motion. They're moving. One doll is like, I mean, it's a really cool stuff. I mean, if you think about it, stop motion takes a long time to be made. I mean, you have to move on like this, and then move on like this, and you get the whole entire animation out of it. It's really cool stuff if you go look it up on YouTube. But yeah, then the next morning after the dad's turned to a doll, Ralph and the little girl get knocked out. And the next morning they basically freak out because they don't know where everybody is. The old people give them a fake notice saying, "I've gone away," or the two hitchhikers are with me, and then they believe them. Ralph and the little girl head off to visit her parents. These are her step parents. Her real parents are in Boston, which I heard were sweet people, so they're going to go see them. And then the movie ends, and I'm like, a good horror movie with a happy ending. You don't see that too often. There's a scene in the beginning of Save God Dimension where the bitch stepmom throws her bear into the woods, and then this bear comes out, and you see his nice cute bear for a minute there, and he turns into like this big scary looking bear, and it kills the mom and the dad. Obviously it's hallucination, but it was a cool looking scene. But yeah, those are all the scenes I wanted to mention from Dolls. I love this movie. It is so much fun. It is so cheesy, and it's one of Stuart Gordon's best movies in my opinion. It's one of the best killer doll movies I've seen too. So let me know down below what you think of Dolls. I love it. Definitely think it needs more love. I mean, Chucky and Megan and Annabelle, they're cool too. But where's the love for Dolls? Come on, give the classics some love too. But yeah. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and until next time, keep playing with dolls.